Pranam. Pranam is a ritual performed by a classical Indian Kathak dancer through a formalized series of movements, allowing the dancer to center him or herself prior to a practice or performance. The dancer raises their arms up and above their head, pressing the palms together, addressing the divine, moving to the forehead, focusing the mind, and to the mouth, the vital breath, and to the heart center, addressing compassion for themselves and for their audience. The dancer touches the ground, acknowledging his or her place on this earth and the earth itself. Pranam allows the dancer a time to thank his or her gurus, her teachers, a time for introspection and removal of distractions, as well as a time to welcome the audience. Welcome. Pranam. One day, in an ancient desert of South Asia, a Sufi was traveling with his clan in tow by camel and cart. Alongside him rode a Brahmin Pandit, with his disciples also traveling by camel and cart. As they bumped along in the hot and late afternoon sun, the Sufi turned to the Pandit and asked, "Who do you believe in?" The Pandit replied, "I believe only in the cycle of creation, maintenance, and destruction. I believe in a power so strong that my soul is compelled to reunite with that higher power." The Sufi nodded, and they continued. Soon they came across a Hindu temple. They decided to stop and drink water from this temple. As they went up the steps, they were greeted by a Devadasi. Without a word, she offered them water to drink. As she walked away, she seemed to enter a dreamlike state, and she began to dance. The Sufi turned and asked the Pandit, "Why is she dancing?" The Pandit replied, "She is invoking the power I speak of. She is recognizing the Creator, the Preserver, and the Destroyer. It is through this vehicle of dance that she is able to reach a higher power." The Sufi nodded, and she danced. Both the Sufi and the Pandit began humming and mimicking the sounds they heard. Today, we know these sounds make up a part of the North Indian classical music genre called Tarana. The Pandit was so inspired that he halted his journey. The Sufi engaged in a whirling practice. The Pandit asked the Sufi, "Why do you engage in a whirling practice?" The Sufi responded, "When I turn counterclockwise, my body matches the movement of the earth and the planets as they orbit the sun. It is through this meditation that I am able to achieve a higher power." The Pandit nodded, and the dancing continued throughout the night. Both the Pandit and the Sufi, in their hearts and minds, knowing that although they were on different paths, their goals were the ultimate indication of their oneness as humans.
okay?